Welcome into Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee, the show that highlights Giles, Lawrence, and Maury counties in the pages of your local newspapers. I'm Scott Stewart, publisher of your local newspapers, Main Street Maury, the Lawrence County Advocate, and the Pulaski Citizen. Well, Christmas, like I said last week, is a little more around the corner than it was last week. So the time's getting close. Next week will be, a week from today, will be Christmas Day, and you still have time to give the gift of your community newspaper to those people you love. And as I've told you before, it is the gift that keeps on giving 52 weeks out of the year. So if you want to consider sharing the gift of community news, sports, and information with friends and family this year, give them a subscription to your community newspaper. Call 931-363-3544, 615-452-4940, 931-762-1726, or you can visit PulaskiCitizen.com, MainStreetMurray.com, LawrenceCountyAdvocate.net to find out everything you need to know about an online or traditional subscription to any of our newspapers or websites. So let's get started this week with our weekly wraps, and we'll start off with the Lawrence County Advocate wrap. Well, don't forget to pick up your copy of the Lawrence County Advocate this week for our annual Christmas greetings section. That includes some of those hilarious answers from our kids to the fun questions about the season. The Lawrence County Advocate wrap starts this week with photos from the Lawrence County Christmas Parade at the top of the front page. Also on page A1 is a photo shot by a Lawrence County Advocate reader who drove by a vehicle fire that was threatening a home recently. Carrie Staggs tells us the story about 40 years of Crockett Cinemas here in Lawrenceburg and what we may be able to look forward to in the future. The City of Lawrenceburg's holiday schedules, including garbage pickup, is on the front page there, and along with what is a beautiful photo of the Pleasant Grove Seminary, all aglow with luminaries. Inside, we've got Hojo gingerbread houses. We've got the walking nativity information that's going on down at the Veterans Park. Victims were flown from a terrible wreck down on Highway 43 South last week. Summertown and Lawrence County high schools both have been honored as state FAFSA champions. If you got a kid going to college, you know what FAFSA is. Tyrone is our FOLCA, F-O-L-C-A, pet of the week. And Lawrence County Register of Deeds, Tara Dickey, and Circuit Court Clerk Tommy Lee Kidd received statewide honors recently. Fire destroyed a structure in Etheridge, and as always, Lawrence County Advocate has local obituaries, local community announcements, government notices, auctions and estate sales, the forecast from Tennessee Valley Weather, puzzles, and the local church directory. In sports, Loretta got the sweep last week over Lawrence County, and the Eagles and Lady Eagles both went 2 of 3 in recent games. Well, that's it for the Lawrence County Advocate this week. Make sure you get your copy today, and we'll be right back right after this.
Piggly Wiggly, located in Neely's Mill Shopping Center, is Columbia's locally owned and operated Cost Plus 10 grocery store dedicated to serving the community with low prices and smiling faces. Piggly Wiggly offers fresh, hand-cut meats daily, as well as daily hot plate lunches from their deli counter. You're certain to see smiling faces and a helping hand when you're here at Piggly Wiggly. Come by and check out our fresh produce, high-quality meats, and more. Down home, down the street, we'll see you at the Pig.
Well, we went all out for you this year, didn't we, little girl? Yep, we got you what you wanted with all the bells and whistles.
A brand new car?
Let's go check it out. Come on. We're here.
Oh my gosh, we're going to the garage. I got a car.
Yep, let's get in here. Let me show you what's going on.
Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Duggar, got your 18 SEER heat pump with the ultraviolet home treatment system.
I cannot believe it. Thank you.
Yes! Give the gift of clean air this year. Merry Christmas from the Busy Bee family.
Nashville's Nutcracker returns to TPAC this December, presented by Nashville Ballet. This holiday season, audiences will journey with Clara and the Nutcracker Prince through Nashville's history and the land of sweets. Tickets at NashvilleBallet.com.
He shoots, and he scores!
This holiday season, the largest lantern festival in the country returns to Nashville Zoo. Experience more than 1,000 all-new, handcrafted lanterns, towering creatures, magical worlds, and a North Pole village. At the center of it all, the Smashville Ice Rink. Welcome back to Zoolumination at Nashville Zoo. Bigger, brighter, and better than ever.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
Step into the Lionel retail store at Opry Mills, Nashville, and you'll be captivated by all the magic of the 123-year history of Lionel trains. Whether you're already a train enthusiast or just getting started, Lionel will energize your love for trains. NASCAR fan? Come check out your local Lionel station to learn all there is to know about model trains and die-cast NASCAR collectibles. Visit nashville.lionel.com or call 615-455-9399.
The Pulaski Citizen this week includes 2 full sections of Christmas greetings and fun for everyone surrounding the holidays. So make sure you get your copy today. The Pulaski Citizen wrap this week starts with the Citizen Spotlight, Mary Beth Barrett, who graces the spot of honor right there at the top and center of the front page. Also on the front page, testimony in court last week indicates that a man charged with murder admitted to the crime during interviews with investigators. Chandler Harmon has that and 2 other front page stories this week. The other 2 are information from the Pulaski City Council meeting and water utility merger discussions between and for Fairview and Linville. Finally, on A1 is tomorrow's, that's Thursday, by the way, free Christmas concert at First United Methodist Church. All that information on the front page. Inside, Giles County found out back in November that an additional $2 million broadband grant has been received. Connie Rowe shares all the news from the most recent Minor Hill Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting. The Danticleer continues its triumphant return. And welcome back to my longtime friend Dan Watson and his longtime friend Irving Fowler. Margaret Campbell gives us brunch recipes to satisfy that Christmas morning hunger. Miss Cheap shares information on Gaylord Opryland Resort's full slate of free activities. London is the GCHA Pet Corner of the Week. And as always, Pulaski Citizen has obituary notices, court docket, property transfers, government public notices, backward glances, fun and games, church directory, community briefs, and church briefs. And the Pulaski Citizen, by the way, continues to present the live stream 24/7 out at the skating rink on the square right here on the Pulaski Square. Check out the Pulaski Citizen Facebook page every day for that live view. And all of that, plus our friend Wade Neely is here with sports. Take it away, Wade.
What's up, folks? Wade Neely here, sports editor at the Pulaski Citizen. Time now for a look at what's in print and what's online for the December 18th edition of the Pulaski Citizen sports page. Our feature story from last week, you heard it hopefully on Pulaski Citizen Live, or maybe you were in attendance inside the Dwight Clark Gymnasium. But if not, we've got you covered with complete coverage of the second half of the Richland Middle School doubleheader versus arch rival Bridgeforth. And kind of like the first 2 meetings between these teams, it was Richland winning in convincing fashion on the ladies' side, but in a nail-biter on the boys' side. Again, those games were played on December 9th. and they were broadcast on Pulaski Citizen Live. They're in our archives. If you want to go download the Mixler app and search PCL Richland, you can go back and listen to the showdowns. And what showdowns they were, the feature story this week comes from the guys' side, where Richland holds off Bridgeport 33-31. It was a back-and-forth game to start, but then Richland building up a 10-point lead at one point in the first half. And in middle school, you know, a 10-point lead, kind of not saying it's a death sentence, but it could be pretty daunting. Bridgeport, however, whittling away in the third quarter. Richland answers back with a big bomb from Ty Edwards from downtown to push it back to 5. And that kind of sets the stage for the fourth quarter, where the familiar players all got involved. You saw great efforts from Courtney Bryant for Bridgeport, and then you saw great efforts on the offensive and defensive ends from Gavin Schrader and Jensen Fugelberg for the Richland Middle School Raiders. Jalen Smith banks a 3 with under 3 seconds left in the game, got Bridgeport back within 2. They even got a stop and got the ball back with 1.7 seconds remaining, but Bryant's shot comes up empty, and it was, again, a nail-biter between these two arch rivals, and we have complete coverage. And also thanks to Pulaski Citizen contributor Holly Chapman Hall for our photography in print this week. Holly does a great job for us there. That was on the boys' side of things. On the ladies' side, a little bit more low scoring and a lot more Richland as they cruise to a 22-12 victory, sweeping Bridgeport, and again, picking up that win inside the cozy confines of the Dwight Clark Memorial Gymnasium. Cameron Jackson opened the night with a three-pointer for Richland, and the RMS Lady Raiders led 10-0 in the opening quarter as she added a second three-pointer. Richland kind of just got control of this game early and never really kind of relinquished it. Jackson finishes with 12 points, Knoxley Patterson with 4. We saw Lauren Blair with 3, Hudson Miller with 2, and Lorelei Helton added 1 free throw. For Bridgeport, however, kind of not surprising, but Brea Smith, the standout 8th grader for BMS, she finished on a light scoring night. She did lead the charge with 4 points. Collins Gentry added 4 as well. Kaylin Holt and Aubrey Turner had the final 2 points each for BMS. So rivalry action on the hardwood last week for us as our feature stories in print this week. Real quickly, we also want to make mention, you can also check out coverage of the UT Southern women's soccer program. Saw its season come to a hard-fought close. They advanced to the national tournament for 21 straight seasons. They advanced to the quarterfinals, the final 8 for a 6th straight year, but their bid comes up short as they fall in the quarterfinals 4-0 to Kaiser. Kaiser eventually goes to the national championship game, and they lose to a program near and dear to Scott Stewart, our Pulaski Citizen publisher's heart. They lose to the SCAD Savannah Bees. So shout out to the Bees on their first ever national championship. We know Scott and Mr. Webb Stewart will be excited by that. But make sure you check out coverage of the UTS Firehawks there in print and as well as online. Finally, we close. If you pick perfect this week, what a Christmas you will have, because you can win $1,500 as our jackpot was not met last week. Matthew Oates was our Fearless Forecaster winner, but he lost one game. Man, tough break there. You lose one game. You still get a nice prize. This week, if you go perfect, again, $1,500. But if you don't go perfect, first place will get you a 100-plus value North Face jacket courtesy of our friends at The Outlook. If you finish second place, you'll get an American Express gift card courtesy of our friends at Leadership Logistics. And I don't know about you guys, but I can always eat. Third place gets you a gift certificate to the Soda Pop Junction. So 3 prizes to give out this week. Speaking of 3, I sit in third place, trailing Mark Mize and Carrie Jane Malone. And I'm throwing up some Hail Marys. It's our final Fearless Forecasters of the season. It's bowl games, the opening round of the college football playoff. I'm trying to throw some stuff against the wall, see if I can catch Mark, maybe see if I can catch Carrie. After winning it all a couple of years ago, I'm not really liking sitting there in third place. But either way, happy holidays and merry bowl season to all, as that is our Fearless Forecaster wrap-up. It's been a fun year, as always. It's great picking the games. It's great giving out prizes. And again, if you pick perfect, you win 1,500 smackers to put in your Christmas stocking. That's all the time we've got. Wade Neely saying so long. Again, from all of us at the Pulaski Citizen, thank you so very much. Merry Christmas and happy holidays, and we will see you next time here in Pulaski.
Step into the Lionel retail store at Opry Mills, Nashville, and you'll be captivated by all the magic of the 123-year history of Lionel trains. Whether you're already a train enthusiast or just getting started, Lionel will energize your love for trains. NASCAR fan? Come check out your local Lionel station to learn all there is to know about model trains and die-cast NASCAR collectibles. Visit nashville.lionel.com or call 615-455-9399.
Well, we went all out for you this year, didn't we, little girl? Yep, we got you what you wanted with all the bells and whistles.
A brand new car?
Let's go check it out. Come on. We're here.
Oh my gosh, we're going to the garage. I got a car.
Yep, let's get in here. Let me show you what's going on.
Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Duggar, got your 18 series heat pump with the ultraviolet home treatment system.
I cannot believe it. Thank you.
Yes! Give the gift of clean air this year. Merry Christmas from the Busy Bee family.
Nashville's Nutcracker returns to TPAC this December, presented by Nashville Ballet. This holiday season, audiences will journey with Clara and the Nutcracker Prince through Nashville's history and the land of sweets. Tickets at NashvilleBallet.com.
This holiday season, the largest lantern festival in the country returns to Nashville Zoo. Experience more than 1,000 all-new, handcrafted lanterns, towering creatures, magical worlds, and a North Pole village. At the center of it all, the Smashville Ice Rink. Welcome back to Zoolumination at Nashville Zoo. Bigger, brighter, and better than ever.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
Hi, I'm your dedicated Columbia reporter, Andrew Pearson from Main Street, Maury, and this is our wrap for the week of December 18th. On the front page, the grand opening of the rebranded Muletown Market took place 2 Fridays ago. Muletown Market, run by the Patel family, will sell, quote, mule fuel, end quote, for cars and various convenience goods inside their store. The market is on West 7th Street in Columbia. The Boys and Girls Club of South Central Tennessee will hold a family-friendly concert of Christmas carols at the Mule House on Friday, December 20th. Gary Chapman will sing the carols along with his musical friends, and there will be a hot cocoa bar. The club asks attendees to bring a toy to donate to its toy drive. Room at the Inn's new Grace House will have an open house event this afternoon from 3 to 6 p.m. The Grace House, which will house up to 4 homeless families at a time as they work up and out of homelessness, will begin its work on location next month. The City of Columbia voted to purchase the Muletown Rec Center for $4.3 million. The former owner, Mr. David Baxter, will stick around to help municipal officials get the rec center up and running. Public comment was overwhelmingly favorable on the purchase. Everyone really likes the idea of Columbia making the rec center, which boasts 3 large pools, among other amenities, more publicly available. The Columbia City Council also said goodbye to its outgoing members, Tony Green, Danny Coleman, and Debbie Wiles, in an emotional meeting last Thursday. New councilors-elect Cheryl Seacrest and Charlie Huffman will take office in January. The City Council will also appoint a replacement for dropout election winner Andy Hart. And the Nashville Property Investment Group, Highland Capital, has purchased the old Columbia Mall campus. They plan to continue to develop it into a power center, retail power center. It's the terminology. Basically means a lot of big box stores. Highland Capital also owns the shops at Rivergate Mall in Nashville. On the other side of the fold, Columbia was awarded a $240,000 grant to start installing 12 tornado sirens around town. This school year, the Tennessee Colleges of Applied Technology, or TCAT, saw a 19% increase in enrollment over last year. Nonprofits in Maury County can now apply to United Way to get some of the $27,000 in emergency funds dispersed by FEMA. Trey Hargett, the Secretary of State for Tennessee, is now accepting civics essays for a competition. The topic is why trusted sources matter. On December 13th, a driver struck a mother and her child in a crosswalk in Spring Hill. They were taken to the hospital with critical injuries. Spring Hill's Planning Commission approved the Stone Creek development of almost 1,000 houses on December 9th. And Republican state representatives proposed abolishing the sales tax on groceries, following a similar bill brought by a Democrat, which failed last month. That's all of Main Street Maury's news for the week. We've also published a full page of photos from the Columbia and Mount Pleasant Christmas parades, as well as obituaries, coupons, and more. In our B pages, Maurice Patton reports on sports. Let's go to his wrap right now.
Hey, I'm Maurice Patton, sports editor at Main Street Maury. This week's print edition, the December 18th print edition, the final print edition before Christmas. Yay! We've got plenty of high school basketball coverage as Mount Pleasant and Zion Christian squared off. Zion Christian featuring, according to Max Preps, the #1 scorer in the country. Yeah, see how that came out. Also, Santa Fe and Frank Hughes played. Both those teams, you probably recall, were in the Class 1A boys basketball state tournament in last March. So see how that matchup came out as well in our print edition. Columbia Academy and Webb played a Division 2A District 3 doubleheader on Friday night over at the Anderson Fieldhouse. We've got coverage of both those games. Spoiler alert, neither of them went well for the host team, but you can see the details in the print edition of Main Street Maury. We've also got coverage of the Tennessee Athletic Coaches Association, TACA's 17th annual East-West All-Star Classic in football, as we had a couple of participants in that. Columbia Central's Jaravius Hall and Summit's Makai Bell both played in that game. Check out our coverage in the print edition this week to see how that went for them. CA had 4 seniors sign athletic scholarships during a recent ceremony. We've got coverage of that event. And a lot of high school basketball box scores and upcoming schedule, all in print, along with some Larry Woody fodder, some outdoors action from the czar of outdoors action, Larry Woody. That's pretty much what we've got in print this week. Online this week at Main Street Maury, we will have some high school wrestling coverage as Spring Hill, Summit, and Columbia Central will square off in a tri-match this week. Again, we'll have coverage of that on the website at mainstreetmaury.com. We will also have box scores from this week's high school basketball action in the area and next week's schedule online. Football schedules for the 2025 season. All of our area schools have theirs finalized. We will have those up on the website later this week. We will have them in print in the Christmas edition. And Columbia State played a afternoon matinee yesterday at Columbia Central, taking on Tennessee Valley Prep. We'll have some coverage of that as well. So be sure and check out this week's print edition of Main Street Maury. Check out the website at mainstreetmaury.com to stay up to date on all of our sports action in and around the area. And check out next week's print edition. Again, the Christmas print edition of Main Street Maury for all of that as well. I'm Maurice Patton, sports editor at Main Street Maury. Hope y'all have a great Christmas, and we will see you soon.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather on Main Street.
Happy Wednesday, I'm Kelly Rawson here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. You are going to need the rain gear for this morning here in southern middle Tennessee. We are expecting widespread rain and storms in the area. That will move through mainly after 6 a.m., continuing to move through for mid-morning and then into midday. But we will start to see just some lingering showers by about lunchtime and beyond. But rain still around as temperatures fluctuate between the upper 50s to lower 60s, and then will start to cool off after that rainfall moves through. We'll have winds out out of the north, and we will cool off into the 30s overnight for your Thursday morning, with maybe still a few leftover clouds, but we're going to start to see the sunshine come back to southern middle Tennessee heading into tomorrow. But again, for today, rain and storms expected this morning and afternoon. That will clear out, and then we are going to be nice and dry Thursday, Friday, and that will continue into the weekend. Temperatures in the 40s, though, on the chilly side. We warm up gradually into the upper 40s to lower 50s heading into next week. Check it out, Christmas Eve on the 7-day forecast, looking calm with temperatures in the lower 50s for now.
Well, that's it this week for Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee. Make sure you get a copy of your local newspaper online or your traditional newspapers so you don't miss a minute of all the local coverage that we've got lined up for you. For more information on subscribing to any of our local newspapers, you can visit one site, mainstreetmediatn.com. That's mainstreetmediatn.com. Hey, good Lord willing, we'll be right back here next week with Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee.
Nashville's Nutcracker returns to TPAC this December, presented by Nashville Ballet. This holiday season, audiences will journey with Clara and the Nutcracker Prince through Nashville's history and the land of sweets. Tickets at NashvilleBallet.com.
Well, we went all out for you this year, didn't we, little girl? Yep, we got you what you wanted with all the bells and whistles.
A brand new car?
Let's go check it out. Come on. We're here.
Oh my gosh, we're going to the garage. I got a car.
Yep, let's get in here. Let me show you what's going on.
Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Duggar, got your 18-series heat pump with your ultraviolet home treatment system.
I cannot believe it. Thank you.
Yes! Give the gift of clean air this year. Merry Christmas from the Busy Bee family.
He shoots, and he scores!
This holiday season, the largest lantern festival in the country returns to Nashville Zoo. Experience more than 1,000 all-new, handcrafted lanterns, towering creatures, magical worlds, and a North Pole village. At the center of it all, the Smashville Ice Rink. Welcome back to Zoolumination at Nashville Zoo. Bigger, brighter, and better than ever.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
Step into the Lionel retail store at Opry Mills, Nashville, and you'll be captivated by all the magic of the 123-year history of Lionel trains. Whether you're already a train enthusiast or just getting started, Lionel will energize your love for trains. NASCAR fan? Come check out your local Lionel station to learn all there is to know about model trains and die-cast NASCAR collectibles. Visit nashville.lionel.com or call 615-455-93